I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, back again. Ron Sorry from the School District of Waupaca, Aaron Jensen from the City of Waupaca to get the community up to date. And we're talking Halloween, and there's a lot to talk about with Halloween, but we're just going to focus on one topic today and remind people about all the pumpkins downtown. So if they're seeing those pumpkins, what's that all about?
So it's the Jim Miller pumpkin display. Pumpkin time at the Millers is what it was called before, and now it's at City Square. Much safer for people to walk around, see the pumpkin display without having to worry about kind of dodging cars in the road. We encourage you to come down anytime between now and November, next Tuesday. I think it's November 1st or 2nd.
I think that goes to the second.
Second, thanks, Josh.
I think.
There's approximately 160 pumpkins out there now. I think we're going to get to 200 before it's all said and done as we approach this weekend. And they're awesome. I mean, they're like the talent of the artists that have done it, Jim and others, is really remarkable. Last weekend, ton of people were down here, Saturday night especially. And then this weekend, obviously, with our event, I know a lot more will see it. So I want to thank Jim and all the carvers and all of our staff who have helped coordinate this and bring a really neat effort to downtown Waupaca.
Then the other quick reminder with Halloween, official city trick-or-treating hours are next Monday, the 31st, 5 till 7. So we'll get that out there. Grant writer Greg, successful in another grant for the school district. This one is a school safety mapping grant through the Department of Justice, Ron.
Yeah, it's the DOJ Office of School Safety, and it's called Critical Incident Mapping. And I believe the organization is a critical response group. But what it does is it helps those first responders who get to a location of a critical incident as quickly as they possibly can. So critical incident mapping provides a digital blueprint of the school that can be easily addressed or accessed by law enforcement on their cell phone or any device that they have available during a critical incident. And it provides a clear layout of the school so that the police officer, if there's a quick response necessary, as there would be guided by looking at this map, whether they're familiar or not, and taking direction from dispatch on how to get to where the incident is taking place. Currently, dispatch has access to our cameras, so if there was an incident, they'd be able to identify where the incident is taking place in real time and then share that and communicate that to the police officers that are on site, that come on site then. And the interesting thing is it uses this satellite imaging to create a real life depiction of a building. And it has labels in it. It shows the door numbers. It says things like cafeteria, gym, and there's a grid that's placed over the map that helps those first responders communicate more accurately on their location. And it allows them to see a 360-degree view of where each of them are and their vehicles are. So it just truly enhances the situational awareness. And not all of the police officers that would be responding would necessarily even know or be familiar with our school because they could come from anywhere. So we're pretty excited about that. You know, we've started looking at this, Josh, back in the fall of 2019 when we put our community safety committee together. And we had representatives come in. I believe the gentleman's name was Joe Hansen, and he went through this and showed it to us through a variety of several different meetings. But the price was just too cost prohibitive at the time. So now having Greg, the grant writer, help us in writing this grant and then having it be accepted, we're very blessed. We're thankful and grateful that we can have this technology help keep our kids and staff safer if something were to happen.
Very cool. We'll jump back over to Aaron. We've got an election coming up in a couple weeks, and with that, there are some absentee and mail-in voting opportunities.
Yeah, so we'll start at the election day and work backwards. Tuesday, November 8th is our election day. It's at the Recreation Center, as always, for City of Waupaca voters. If you're listening and you're not inside and not at the city, go to your town hall for your election. But on Tuesday, November 3rd, if you want to have an absentee ballot mailed to you, you'll have to request that by Tuesday, November 3rd at 5 p.m. And then also, if you can do in-person absentee voting until November 4th at 5 p.m. One other thing I really wanted to touch on is, a lot of times it's great when people show up and do their voting. I'm sure if you are like me in the past, there has been times when I've gotten there and been like, oh, I didn't realize this was on the ballot. And then you make a decision or you don't. But there is a way to look at all that. If you go to My Vote Wisconsin and you type in your address, it'll show you everything that's on your ballot from local to state to federal. It's a neat tool, and it also allows voters to have a chance to be informed before they get to the polls. So I would encourage anyone to check that out, My Vote Wisconsin.
And I also know on that website, I believe you can do some registrations and some other tasks ahead of time or check your status, things like that. So there's some tools where you can do it right online without having to come in for certain things as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, good point, Josh.
And then Ron, some really cool news. The Foundry nominated the school district for an Excellence in Manufacturing Partnership Award. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. Yeah. Yeah, this is put through the Northeast Wisconsin New Manufacturing Alliance. And every year for the last, I don't know, decade or so, they have a variety of different awards, like the Brighter Image Award and Career Pathmakers Award and Higher Education Award, Education and Innovation, and of course the Manufacturing Partnership Award, which is what Waupaca Foundry nominated our high school CTE program, or our Waupaca Works, our academic and career planning or career and technical education program. We market it as Waupaca Works, but it stands for everything having to do with academic career planning and technical education. And Julie Kasabaki, she's our coordinator of Waupaca Works, and Steve Tomacheski is our CTE coordinator. And then both counselors, Jeff Dolsky and Bill Stork, they were at the gala for this awards. It took place on Tuesday evening at the Rest Center in Green Bay, and it went very well. We're so fortunate to have so many strong business partners, including Waupaca Foundry, that help our students explore a variety of career fields right here in our community. A video, they came on staff, the New North Manufacturing Group, and videotaped our counselors and Julie and Steve, and they showed part of the video last night. I wasn't there, but I heard about it. So they talked about our apprenticeship program and our work experience programs and the growth that's taken place. And a couple of years ago, we started a signing day where all of our graduating seniors get recognized for the different career paths and trades that they're going into after high school. So yeah, it was, we're pretty excited, very pleased and happy that those hardworking individuals got some recognition.
Very cool. I know in the past we've talked about all the stuff the Foundry and the school work on together, the robotics club, different jobs and internships, and all sorts of other things. That's cool to see this recognition.
Yeah, thanks. We're very pleased. We're fortunate to have such a strong partner.
Well, Ron, Aaron, appreciate the time to get everyone up to date, and we will talk again soon.
Take care.